Hello, my name is Carl Hoff, and I want to show an assembly of the multi-gear cube kit. Oscar had asked to see the cube that contained the 1:2 gear ratio, the 1:3 gear ratio, and the 1:4 gear ratio, all on different axes. So let's start with the 1:2. I'm going to connect two opposite faces. For that, I will start with this blue gear that's got 14 teeth on it. The gears are also marked. I've got a little dot in that groove that tells me which way is up. I will put that there. That will mesh with a red part. This has got 14 gears on the inside shell. On the outer shell, it's got a gear with 16 teeth. Those 16 teeth will match with a gear of 8, or with a gear with 8 teeth. So the 14 to 14 gives me 1:1, the 8 to 16 gives me 1:2, and the net effect of this combination is going to give me a 1:2 gear ratio between two opposite faces. And I want the dots on these gears that mark them all pointing towards that axis. So I'll put this one on next. That one I want going up as well. And I need the 8 teeth gear to finish this off, which is a part of the green set. And the dot on that part I want up as well. So that goes in there like that. So that completes the 1 to 2 gear axis. I'm going to make that the white to yellow connection. I want white to turn the most, so I'm going to connect the white over here to the green side. I'm not going to screw this on just yet, but I'm going to go ahead and tack that on so I can keep track. The face centers, I'll show you another one here, have teeth on the bottom of it that fit into the grooves on these gear pieces that connect to the face centers. So the next axis I want to do 1 to 3. For that I'll use the yellow gears. Unlike this set here where the two red pieces are identical, the yellow set breaks the mirror symmetry because I start with this gear here. It's got 15 teeth. Since that's an odd number, it breaks the mirror symmetry on the two parts that connect it, and I want that to go, let's see, that came off, goes in there like that. So let's call green up, and I will put the dot toward the green part. That goes in there. That's the third shell of gears. This yellow part here has got a 10-tooth gear on the third shell. It connects with a 16-tooth gear on the fourth shell. So the 15 and 10 gear give me a 3 to 2 gear ratio. The 16 and 8 give me a 2 to 1 gear ratio. So the net effect there is 1 to 3 or 3 to 1 gear ratio. Now dots are toward the green. This part here has got 2 dots on it. If you can see that, that tells me that's the right half, so that needs to go to the right of the other yellow part I've already got on the puzzle, so that goes there. And this one here is the left one. It's got 1 dot, and it goes over here. Okay, so all the dots are lined up. And the opposite face here, since those are the 16-tooth gears, I need them to match up with an 8-tooth gear. That comes from the green set again. So I put the green dot up toward the top, and that gear goes in there like that. So everything's up. And that part looks right. the one of these that's going to turn the most will be that green face over there, and I will make that green face the oh, let's see, what color do I want there. So here's the red. So let's make that the red face. So I think I can tack on the red face center over there. And so let me remember that white's up, because I'm going to have to take this off here now. I got to put another gear in there. And so I need to connect these two axes with gears, and I want them to be the 1:4 gear ratio. So for that, I start with the inner one here again, and let's go over here to the opposite side. I will put the dot up towards green. That goes there. Actually, no, I need the dot to go up toward the yellow. So I will consider yellow. So next come these pieces. I got 16 to 8 gives me 1 to 2, and then here's a 16 tooth gear. It's going to meet up with a number 8, another 8 gives me another 1 to 2. So 1 to 2 twice gives me the 1:4 gear ratio. That's got a dot pointing up. Again, I've got the mirror symmetry, so these next two pieces are identical. And the last gear piece goes over here. It's the 8-tooth gear, and it goes on there like that. Dot is up, 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 so all the dots are matching. Make sure everything is lined up. So the one that I said had the white face was this one. We can start putting in some screws. The screws I'm using here are 18mm long M3 screws. I don't know if you can read that here. Let's see. And this is going to be the blue face. Okay. Okay, so now I need the red, white, and blue corner. That goes in there. Now I need to start finding the edges. The white and blue edge goes here. The red and blue edge is over here. And the white and red edge is right here. So now that I got that block together, I can tighten up the screws. A bit. So opposite white is yellow. Let me go ahead and put that face center on. Let me get the blue and yellow edge piece before I get too far in on that. That goes there. I need the red, blue, yellow corner. Red, blue, yellow corner is here. And now I need the yellow and red edge. And that goes in there like that. Now I can finish tightening up the screw. Okay, getting closer. Opposite red is orange. So I will put that face center on next and start screwing that on. Okay, I'll leave it a bit loose for now. So I need the blue and orange edge. That goes down there. I need the yellow, blue, and orange corner. That goes there. I need the white, blue, and orange corner. That goes there. Yellow and orange. That goes there. And white and orange. And that goes there. Let me go ahead and tighten up this face. Okay, before I get things too tight, this last face is probably going to go on all as one piece. So I'll set this down for a second. I'll get the the green face center, and start putting pieces together. And I need the green. That one goes there. Now I need the yellow and green piece. That goes there. Trying to put this all together as one part. The green and red edge goes there. That one goes over here. And this one goes on there like that. So now I'll put this on top of the cube and get that on. Get another screw. You can see I have lots of gears left over. Those are for all the other configurations that's possible. Tighten this up. One thing I've found that does wonders for sort of camouflaging some of the excess super glue on the surface, and I think will protect the surface a bit, is I've sprayed the outside of the pieces with this. This is a Permacolor gloss. As for pencil and charcoal drawings, and it seems to protect the surface pretty well. I no longer see the white spots on the surface. The ugliest face is probably the white one here, where you can see some of the color has bled from the black into the white tile. The whites is the raw material from Shapeways, so there's no dye in it, and it basically acts like a sponge and soaks up anything it can. So maybe the trick there is I should have sprayed them before I glued them into the black pieces. Or the other thing I'm considering is my next puzzle, I may leave the bulk of the puzzle white and either go with black tiles on that face or purple tiles. I haven't made my mind up yet. But let me tighten everything up, see if it functions as advertised. I don't want it too tight. So now if I did this right, the white face and the yellow face should be linked with a 1:2 gear ratio. And let's test that. So if I go so there is white, and I think I just got a little too tight. But if I don't hold the slice layer and I turn this 1, 2, then you can see I've turned this face 2 times and the top face is only turned once. So I'll go back the other way. 1, 2. So there's your 1:2 gear ratio on that axis. The next axis, I believe, was the red and orange, which should have a 3, and I think it's the red that I turn 3 times. So 1, 2, 3. So you can see that 1, 2, 3. So I've got the 1:3 ratio there, and if I turn this 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So I've got the 1 to 3 on the red and orange faces, and now if I look at the blue and green, I should have the 1 to 4. So if I turn the blue face 4 times, the green should turn around once. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And that is the cube 234 that Oscar had asked to see the assembly of. I'll test on a few more here, and I think since I sprayed this, things are just a little bit sticky. That's probably why it doesn't turn quite as well as it did before. But if you don't hold the slice layer, things turn really well. So let me go back to solve here on this axis, and this axis. And that axis, and maybe the one I did before. And then let's try it over here. There you go. Thank you for watching.